Purvabhujam Navanita Natottamsam Urupankti Shriyannumaha. Dear friends, today we shall be listening to a story which has the title The Lord Always Stands by His Devotees. We all know that Tirupati is known as the place having 7 hills. One amongst these 7 hills is known as Narayanadri. Do you know why? This is because there was a sage named Narayana who wanted to see the Lord, who wanted to have Sakshatkaram of the Lord. He sat on this hill and did severe penance. As a result of this penance, the Lord appeared before him and called out to him in a royal voice, "O Narayana, I am pleased with your devotion and penance. Tell me, what boon can I give you?" Sage Narayana was feeling completely satisfied and fulfilled. He had nothing to ask of the Lord. He just wanted to see the Lord, and there the Lord was in front of him. So he said, "O Lord, I cannot ask you for anything more than this." Looking at this purity of devotion, the Lord himself granted a boon, saying that from now on, this hill on which you did penance shall be called by your name. It will be called as Narayanadri, and people will remember you always when they come to Tirupati. Sage Narayana felt that this was a great blessing. He bowed down to the Lord and the Lord disappeared. The fame of this sage spread widely in the land. At that time, there was a king named Tondaman Chakravarti, who was a cousin of that Tondaman Chakravarti, who was a great devotee of the Lord, who lived years before. This cousin of that Tondaman Chakravarti was also referred to as Tondaman. Probably we can say King Tondaman too. This Tondaman worshipped the Lord of the 7 hills, Lord Venkateshwara. In addition to this, he also worshipped all other deities that he came across, because he felt that it is better to please all deities. Who knows which deity would be of use to solve a problem at any particular time. He felt like this because he thought that all smaller deities and the greatest of great Lord Venkateshwara were the same. They were no different from each other. He did not realize that Lord Venkateshwara is the master of the universe. He is the master of all gods and deities, and all of them are his creations indeed. He did not have this philosophical knowledge as his background, and because of this, he treated the Supreme Lord as any other deity. He had many people around him to misguide him, and one important person who did this misguidance was his Purohit, named as Jatadhari. This Jatadhari was devoted to a cruel petty deity. Now when we say petty deity, what we need to understand is, many a times people have superstitious beliefs that a particular tree or a stone has some special powers and can grant us anything. And such things are treated as deities, and they gain special importance which has been attached to them by some people like Jatadhari. So this Jatadhari convinced the king that this petty deity was the one to be worshipped, and many ceremonies and festivities had to be conducted for this deity. Now the king had all the power and money, so he arranged for these celebrations, festivities and pujas for this petty deity, and he invited all the spiritual people of the land. Sage Narayana also received an invitation. He declined this invitation politely because he said that I worship the Lord of Lords, Venkateshwara, and I would not want to participate in any religious ceremony that is associated with petty deities. This is how any devoted person who understands the Shastras would speak. When he said this, Jatadhari created a big problem. He made a mountain out of a molehill because of his personal jealousy towards Sage Narayana. He told the king, Sage Narayana has not only insulted me and my deity, but he has also insulted you, O King Tondaman. He has refused your invitation, the royal invitation. So you must give him a befitting punishment. The king very beautifully got misled by these words. He got worked up and decided that he had to teach a lesson to this arrogant person, that is Sage Narayana. So he sent a royal messenger to bring Sage Narayana to the court. But again, Sage Narayana politely refused, saying that I don't have any work to do in any royal court. I am a devotee and I shall remain in the service of the Lord. I have nothing to get from a royal court. Listening to this, Tondaman got wild and he sent a battalion of soldiers instructing them to bring Sage Narayana by force to the court. They did so, and on seeing Sage Narayana, the king became even more wild and shouted at him literally, don't you realize that you have to obey the orders of the Lord of the land, that is me, the king? When you were told that you had to participate in the festivities, you had to come. Why did you not come? Roared Tondaman. Listening to this, Sage Narayana humbly replied that, O king, I am governed by the commands of the Lord of the Lords of the universe, who is also the Lord of this land, that is you. And my principles tell me that I must bow down and pray only to the greatest of deities, and all other deities, everybody else are subservient to the Lord. So I am not insulting anybody by not bowing down to them. We all must bow down to the Supreme Being, that is Lord Venkateshwara alone. Have you not heard the verse? Venkatesha samodevaha na bhuto na bhavishyati. There is no other Lord equivalent to Venkatesha in the past, present, future. He is the master of the universe. Listening to this argument, the king became even more angry. He said, you have the guts to give a reply back to the king. You have trespassed and disobeyed each and every order of mine, and so you deserve to be punished. I shall put you in prison right away. To this, the great sage Narayana said, even the prison shall be a golden palace for his devotees. Even bamboo sticks would be sweeter than sugar cane for his devotees. In a fit of ecstasy and devotion, Sage Narayana made these two statements. But the king took these statements very seriously and challenged Sage Narayana, saying that, see, I shall put you in prison tonight. If you really claim that your Lord is the greatest of lords in the universe and he is the master of the universe and that he will come to save you, then let this prison become golden. You just said, right, that even a prison would be as pleasant as a golden palace. So let your Lord convert this prison into a golden palace. And here I bring a cart full of bamboo sticks to you. I will keep it in the prison, in the room where you are. And if you feel that your Lord is indeed the master of the universe, then let him convert these bamboo sticks into sugar cane, as you just claimed some time ago. And if all of these are indeed sugar cane as per what you said, then you must consume them and finish it off by the night. So now the king gave two challenges to sage Narayana. The first challenge was the prison had to become golden. And the second was he had to finish a cartload of bamboo sticks by the end of the night. He had to finish eating those bamboos. Sage Narayana did not worry a bit. He said, whatever it is all left to the Lord and it is up to him to take care. The king retired back to his chamber. Sage Narayana was in the prison. He just prayed to the Lord and said, oh Lord, I am at your mercy, at your feet. It is up to you to do the needful for my sake. So saying, Sage Narayana fasted and slept. The Lord never lets down his devotees. So what did he do? He made Gajendra, the king of elephants, enter into Sage Narayana, and he converted the bamboo sticks into sweet sugar canes. Sage Narayana, possessed by Gajendra, the elephant devotee, came and gobbled up all the sugarcane sticks in no time, and all the leaves were thrown away all across the prison cell. And then the Lord looked at Mahalakshmi. She knew what had to be done. As per the challenge, the prison had to be turned into gold. Lakshmi Devi just cast a glance at the prison walls. She gave her kataksha. And in a jiffy, the entire prison turned golden completely. In the morning, when Tondaman came and saw, he was spellbound by the sight. His prison cell had turned golden and the bamboo cart was completely empty with bamboo leaves strewn all over the place. He fell at the feet of Sage Narayana and said, yes, indeed, the Lord stands by his true devotees, and he came to prove the statement that you made, that he indeed, Lord Sriman Narayana indeed, Lord Venkateshwara indeed, is the master of the universe. Thus, dear friends, if we have true devotion in our hearts, we shall find despair nowhere, and if we are caught in any wrong situation, the Lord will definitely come to rescue us from that. Thank you.